As children, we were told glorious stories of giants and legends and heroes and glory, stories of dragons and magical powers. We listen and wish that the stories were ours. But all the best stories are ones that are true. And some of those children became heroes too. So I'll tell you a story they'll tell in the future, and you could be part of the cast if you choose. This is a true story of hackers and rebels, anonymous angels and danger and devils, of kidnap and robbery, dungeons and heroes, modern technology, ones and zeros. This is a story you couldn't make up, of one man versus the USA Gov. One man who right now they're trying to abduct. This is the story of a man named Love. Lauri Love is a man known for hacking. Hacking's a modern day version of magic, but when I say hacker, most people panic. They associate hacking with crime and damage. People imagine them as password reading, hooded, attacking, bank account thieving, crooked, scamming, anonymous, cheating, sneaking, enemies generally stealing. And in some cases, that's all true. I've been a victim, I know it's the truth. These are the things that some hackers do. But there's also good hackers too. Hacking is a skill that can have many uses, depending on the person who chooses to use it. It's like martial arts in many respects. You can use it to attack, or you can use it to defend. And there's a lot of hackers who use their skills for good. They know that they can, and they feel that they should. So they fight for human rights and risk their lives for the cause. And one of those hackers was called Aaron Swartz. Aaron was a kind and talented man. He achieved so much and had even bigger plans. He had the whole world in the palm of his hands. But Aaron wanted everyone to have what he had. And one day, Aaron copied some science from an academic archive. He believed that education shouldn't have a set price, but Aaron got caught and he was punished by the system with 13 charges and 50 years in prison. Now, Aaron copied science. No one got harmed at all. Why would the state view the case as one that's chargeable? 50 years in prison for that is almost farcical. If Aaron hadn't killed himself, it might be laughable. In 2013, Aaron Swartz hanged himself. Only 26 years old, so he was young as well. That potential punishment scared him to death. 50 years inside didn't reflect the crime alleged. Naturally, his family wanted him avenged, and hackers around the world then exacted their revenge. A group called Anonymous attacked the guilty government. They hacked every one of their major websites, every one of them. The US Army, the Federal Reserve, NASA, the FBI. Their pride was hurt. America was livid. This wouldn't be forgiven. The government wanted blood, or at least someone in prison, but they didn't know who did it, so they chose a name in Britain, and the US Gov decided Love would be their victim. In 2013, at his family's address, undercover agents made Love's arrest. They seized his equipment and took him to the station where NCA agents began their investigation. But 9 months later, the police had no developments. They stopped investigating him. They gathered no intelligence. It might have been a test for them, but none of them were negligent. They never took it further because there wasn't any evidence. So Love returned home to continue with his life. It was hard, but he started to recover from the trauma. Then 1 year later, the police then decide they'll arrest him again on America's orders. Love was told that he faced extradition. This means the US wanted to steal him from Britain, bring him to America to face their justice system, where Love would face up to 99 years in prison. Now, this, for many reasons, is a dangerous situation. Dangerous for Love and for us as a nation. There's lots of different angles and many implications, but I'm going to break this down because it deserves consideration. Now, first of all, why should Love be tried in the USA when the crime allegedly took place in the UK? They can use the treaty if the crime was committed there, but they said it wasn't, so how is extradition fair? Lauri Love's British. He's been investigated here. The UK police said that he was in the clear. Now all of a sudden they want to make him disappear without any evidence, and they think that we'll just cheer? I mean, Trump's over there saying our system isn't adequate, and Amber Rudd is just lapping it up and having it. It's like, whatever happened to your Brexit Britain? Where you decide what happens, where you make the decisions. You rejected Europe and their court's authority, now you let America smash your British sovereignty. It's like, they tell us what to do, and we just submit to them. Why should Love be tried there? This whole thing is ridiculous. I reject American authority in Britain. I believe in British justice for British citizens. Their justice is political. Ask any American. It's a fact that judges are chosen by the president. Our judiciary is fully independent. We don't deal with politics. Our system deals with precedent. Now, in this case, the precedent's already been set by Theresa May. a name you wouldn't expect. She opposes extradition and opts for British judges whenever it's clearly in the interest of justice. This is called the forum bar. So the one main question we all have to ask is whether extradition can be a just demand. If Love was sent there, would justice really come to pass, or would justice better function under UK command? Now, the first thing to consider is Love's mental health condition. Love has depression and Asperger's syndrome. Their mental health care wouldn't be adequate or fair, so Love would be at higher risk if he went to prison there. And he would end up in prison. He wouldn't get bail, he would go straight to prison. The US routinely denies hackers bail, so he'd have to fight his case from the confines of jail. That means limited phone and internet time, which means a limited ability to fight. How would Love defend himself without proper access to evidence and everything that's crucial to his rights? And bear in mind, it wasn't just one case they threw at him. There's 3 jurisdictions who are all pursuing him. It could take him years just to win one defence, and then he'd have another 2, so he'd have to start again. It would never end. That's if he gets the trials. We should all be honest, we're never going to see them. The truth is, he'll never stand trial in the US, and that is for definite, for one of 2 reasons. 1, the plea bargain. How can I explain this? You know in the movies when they're in the courthouse, the judge, the jury, the defendant, the full crowd, there's a full trial and you can see the whole show. But with a plea bargain, this is how it goes.
You're looking at 100 years in prison. Are you guilty?
Well, you know you're not guilty, so you say, I'm not.
Well, we'll only give you 20 if you say that you're guilty.
So you say you're guilty, because that difference is a lot. That's a plea bargain. So then, there's no trial. The jury's never sent for. You never get the chance to present your defence in court. The alleged victim never has to prove your guilt, and you go to jail for milk you never spill. Now, the other main reason why Love would never get a trial is because he'd kill himself before he goes a single mile. Love would take his own life before any extradition, and I think I'd do the same, facing 99 in prison. In America, with Asperger's syndrome, against their government who runs their legal system, 3 separate cases and 3 jurisdictions, the whole world is watching, they need your conviction. Love would kill himself. And for what? What was the crime? Was it a crime without a victim? Did Love commit a crime? What evidence was given? Should someone be imprisoned when they haven't been convicted? Isn't someone innocent until it's proved they did it? Let Love defend himself. Give the man his day in court, in the same country that he lives in, where he was born. Then if it turns out that he did what you thought, then of course, he should be punished in accordance with the law. Love's just another normal member of the public. He's never said he shouldn't be tried in front of judges. If anyone implies otherwise, they're talking rubbish. What he's asking for is the process of justice. This isn't just about Love. It's about our system. It's about sovereignty and British jurisdiction. It's about the forum bar and future extraditions. It's about the truth and due process in Britain. So if they think they're going to break him, they're mistaken. If they want to come, the whole of Britain will be waiting. Hundreds could literally, physically blockade him. Screw the US government, they're never going to take him. No love for US Gov. The end.